Trade Genius.
What's up, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. Okay, so want to start off this week with recapping Bitcoin and just looking at what's ahead of us here. So what we have, guys, we've broken out of this descending wedge that we talked about. So definite breakout there. We have hit this trend line, which is this dotted trend line that I drew here. So that's kind of put a lid. We've had multiple touches of that. So that's a legitimate trend line. We want to see price break above that. Right now, what we have is this short signal here, which, we have to respect that. But I think what we're going to see is when we have the wedge, the problem here is we've got a wedgie breakout, which is very bullish against a short signal, which historically with Bitcoin and daily signals, these signals are really powerful. So what we may see here is one of two things I think is going to happen to the downside. One is this level here holds, which we're currently at 83.50 area, or it breaks that briefly and we bounce off this level here, which is the top side of the wedge, and then we move up again into this level. And I think breaching this level here would then be very key in that scenario, and then takes us to the next test at 8,800. So that's currently what we're looking at. Now, if we look at the bigger scope or bigger picture, then you're going to see we're still in this continuation or consolidation pattern of this pennant. And again, what we're looking at and what's playing into the bullish side of things here is this area here. We like to see when these things turn mid-span of the pennant. That's generally what happens before a pennant breakout. Okay, so that's the bigger picture of what we're looking at. So if this does happen, this could turn into a pretty monster swing trade, because ultimately what will happen is we'll come back and test this 200-day moving average somewhere in this area, 10,400. And because you've got a test from the underside here and here, more or less, kind of an air kiss there, but we consider that a test of the underside. Usually number 3 doesn't hold up and breaks out. It's too many times from the underside the bulls are pushing through. Usually that third test does not hold. And that's where we're going to have another battle, which would be another third test of this 11,700 level. All right, so again, if this bull gets going, I don't think these levels are going to hold. Maybe a battle or at these levels, but ultimately I think they give away if they get tested again. So that's currently the big picture. If we drill down to some shorter term stuff, we can go to the hourly chart, for example. You'll see that if you notice here, price is broken above the 200 weighted moving average, and so one of two things will happen. You'll get a scenario where the shorter term moving averages get up over it, like here, and so you could have this consolidation. Okay, that's one scenario. You kind of have these scenarios played out so you can set up your stops and things accordingly to take into account these different scenarios. Or we're in a scenario where once we've cleared, we're gonna do one of these deals and have but that's what we need. We need to see a very strong move up, and that'll get us into a trend where we stay above this 200 period moving average before taking a break below. On the hourly, if we drill down, you'll look on, we like the swing trade on the linear regression channel. So this is prime time for a buy signal of fire in here. So right now we're currently on a short signal, but we're not big fans of when the indicator swings short into the bottom of the channel, and vice versa. We don't really like it when the buys fire, because it tends to limit the move up, like we see here. The buy fired here, but you're kind of at the top of the linear regression channel. And so price tends to respect that. Again, this is just a channel showing you price overbought, oversold relative to price action. Okay, so that's a pretty good indication there. And then in the 4-hour chart, we'll just cover that real briefly. Again, you can see this trend line that we have here. We are working on a 4-hour buy signal that's there, and we have been hugging or holding this trend line until just earlier today, where we kind of broke through it. So again, this is kind of a larger support level through here. Throw a horizontal line in here. You can see this support and resistance right there. So again, going back to either holds that level there, or we see a back test down in this level here. All right, so that's basically it, guys, for Bitcoin. Again, looking to bounce for this little bottom hammer, nice hammer on the 4 hour, looking for that to hold here and push us higher. And again, the next levels to be looking at would be 8,800, and then 9,300 is the measured move from this descending wedge breakout. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. That's what we're looking at ahead this week on Bitcoin. If things change or break down, we'll get another outlook update later in the week on that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on tomorrow's video. Take care. Bye.
Trade Genius.